Wow, you sound just like it.
Thank you, sir.
If it's still warm, then do it again.
Where can I learn all this?
It's all on SmokeyBear.com with other wildfire prevention tips. Because only you can prevent wildfires.
Brought to you by the USDA Forest Service, your state forester, and the Ad Council.
The Thompson Lane Library branch in the Woodbine community will close for about 2 weeks from December 8th through December 20th while crews install new equipment. Staff say the upgrades will improve service, including a redesigned circulation desk that's lower, easier to see over, and partially height adjustable for self-checkout. The branch will also add an interior book drop. Carlin Cochran, Access Tennessee News.
This is CBS Rewind. November 20th, 1965. The Supremes at the top of the singles chart with I Hear a Symphony. This date in 1973.
Hello, Mother.
Canadian Alan Sherman
Hello, Father.
died of emphysema.
Here I am.
He was just 48.
Camp Granada.
And November 20th, 1976. Paul Simon hosted Saturday Night Live
Ladies and gentlemen, my friend George Harrison.
and performed with George Harrison. I'm Brendan Brooks. And that's Rewind.
Since 2013, the annual Progressive Keys to Progress event has provided deserving veterans with vehicles, helping our heroes drive their lives forward. Learn more about this program at keystoprogress.com.
We're the Good Neighbor Network, FM 101.9 and AM 1450 Murfreesboro, FM 100.5 Smyrna, audio and video streaming at wgnsradio.com. This is Rutherford Issues, hitting right at what matters most to all of us here in the heart of Tennessee. From Murfreesboro to Smyrna, Eagleville to Laverne, Leanna to Barfield, and everywhere in between. If it matters to you, you'll hear about it here on Rutherford Issues. Now your host, Brian Barrett.
Well, hey, hi, and hello there, fun lovers and truth seekers. Welcome in to Rutherford Issues here from News Radio, WGNS. Glad you are with us here on a rainy Thursday. Off and on rain today. Tomorrow as well, it looks like. We'll check your full forecast coming up here in just a couple of moments. So we invite you to stay tuned for that. And a bit later on, we're going to talk about the Middle Tennessee Choral Society. So we've got a special coming up on December 7th. So you'll want to stay tuned for that. All right. Well, I hope you are ready to buckle up and welcome into Rutherford Issues, powered by Middle Tennessee Electric. Don't forget, as we gather around the table this Thanksgiving, MTE wants to thank you, its trusted member. May your Thanksgiving be full of blessings and joy. Happy Thanksgiving from your friends at Middle Tennessee Electric. We say good morning to Larry Creasy, today's SRM Concrete Good Neighbor of the Day, for all he's done for Siegel High School over the years, and good luck wishes on his new job at the central office. Larry Creasy today, the recipient of flowers from Jenny Harrison and everybody at Ryan Flowers Coffee and Gifts, along with WGNS Radio. So, Larry, hope you have a wonderful end to the first semester at Siegel, and good luck as you begin that new venture at the central office. Larry Creasy is the good neighbor today. Flowers from Ryan Flowers Coffee and Gifts, and the designation as SRM Concrete Good Neighbor of the Day. So congrats on that. Thanks to our friends at Ryan Flowers for their many years of support and bringing you the Good Neighbor of the Day salute. This recognition is brought to you by SRM Concrete, locally grown, nationally known, and honoring everyday folks who go above and beyond for others. Time to recognize our Birthday Club winner today. So every weekday morning, we announce names on the air of those who are celebrating birthdays and anniversaries. And one lucky person gets to head over to Slick Pig and enjoy some banana pudding just because it's their birthday and someone took the time to put their name on the list. And it's Brittany Forth today. Brittany, happy birthday. Enjoy the banana pudding. Mom Kelly called in to let us know that you had a birthday today. So happy birthday from everyone here at WGNS Radio and Slick Pig Barbecue, located over at 1920 East Main, right here in Murfreesboro.
Now, here's your Rutherford weather forecast.
Going to send you outside here to take a look at our current conditions. Cloudy skies, very cloudy. We've had a morning round of rain. We're going to take a look and see what we may have in our short-term forecast here the next day or two. That's coming up here, but first, let's get your forecast details.
Well, Brian, it looks like we'll see periods of showers and thunderstorms here for this afternoon, with cloudy skies, a high in the upper 60s. Winds out of the southeast around 5 to 10 miles per hour. Then for tonight, a chance for showers and storms, cloudy, a low near 60. By Friday, we'll have another chance for showers and thunderstorms, cloudy, high of 73 degrees. And on Saturday, a slight chance for rain early, partial sunshine develops, a high around 70. Sunday, we'll see some sunshine, high of 66 degrees. I'm meteorologist Jennifer Wojcicki.
Well, thanks, Jennifer. And currently, we've got 56 degrees here at our downtown studios, 57 at the Murfreesboro Airport, and coming in at 56 degrees over at the Smyrna Airport. Here is a look at our Rutherford weather radar, showing the rain has moved on to the north and east, away from us here in Rutherford County. But we do have, of course, as Jennifer mentioned, more rain in the forecast. So that gives us a chance to take a look at our futurecast model. So let me pull that up here as we look at our models. Outlooks, we've got an outlook maybe for the possibility of some flooding rains, but really don't think that that's going to be an issue for us here either. So here's our futurecast, which takes us to, about 9 o'clock tonight. And it definitely continues to show rain. More rain beginning to fill in here in the next hour and a half or so. And then some pretty heavy rains coming in this afternoon, say about 2, 3 o'clock. And that heavy rain will stay with us here throughout the evening. Tomorrow, looking pretty rainy as well on the old forecast, with about a 60% chance of rain. It's 90% late this afternoon and overnight. And rainfall amounts, we could be looking at an inch to maybe an inch and a half of rain. Maybe a pocket or two of higher rainfall, but definitely very rainy. But no storms. Keeping the storms out of here, looks like, for now. That is a look at your Rutherford weather forecast. Don't forget to check us out on the Rutherford Weather Channel, RutherfordWX.com. That's RutherfordWX.com. Like, subscribe, turn on notifications. That way you'll always be in the know about what's happening in terms of local Rutherford County weather. And during impactful and severe weather, we're live on the channel to give you the latest information. That's, again, RutherfordWX.com. Rutherford Weather.
Good day, Rutherford County. This is Lee Colvin, financial advisor and CFP with Edward Jones. Let's get the latest business news from our financial desk.
Well, as we take a look at our latest business news, U.S. stock markets sharply higher today after AI giant NVIDIA reported third quarter earnings that were above expectations. Right now, we have the Dow, which rallied over 600 points, kind of settling in now. It's up over 322 now, 46,460. S&P is ahead 62 at 6704. NASDAQ is up 260. It jumped over 2% early, now settling in about 1.15% up, 22,814.
From Wall Street to Church Street, that's the latest business news from the Edward Jones Financial Desk. I'm financial advisor and CFP Lee Colvin. Call 615-907-7056 or stop by our office on South Rutherford Boulevard in the Public Shopping Center.
Rutherford Issues on News Radio WGNS.
And our Rutherford Issues program today on Big GTV, brought to you by Murfreesboro Medical Clinic. Don't forget MMC, over 20 specialties, several locations, more than 900 associates dedicated to your health. For quality care that fits your life, choose MMC. We've got a check of the latest world news that is coming up here in just a moment after we hear from a word from our friends at Recycle Right, Tennessee.
This message brought to you by the Central Tennessee Regional Solid Waste Planning Board. Visit recyclerightTN.com for tips, ideas, and locations on where to recycle near you.
Don't be trashy, recycle classy, recycle right, Tennessee.
Recycling isn't just about tossing materials in a bin, it's about knowing which materials are accepted. Go to recyclerightTN.com.
Recycle right, Tennessee.
Ascension St. Thomas Heart is the leader in Middle Tennessee for heart care, providing the most advanced options, including heart surgery and transplants. Our nationally recognized cardiac team cares for more adult hearts than anyone in the state, from AFib to heart failure, using minimally invasive options when possible to help shorten recovery, making Ascension St. Thomas Heart your first choice for routine heart care and cardiac emergencies. Schedule a heart screening or find a cardiologist at ascension.org/St. Thomas Heart.
CBS Radio News.
This is CBS News on the Hour, sponsored by O'Reilly Auto Parts.
I'm Steve Kathan. New information gives the Federal Reserve something to consider before the next meeting on interest rates. The government reports an increase of 119,000 jobs in September in a report that was delayed for more than a month by the government shutdown. CBS's Jill Schlesinger.
Because the October jobs report will not be released, this will be the last monthly report before the Federal Reserve's next meeting in December. With the strength of job creation and the potential increase of prices towards the end of the year, most economists believe that the Fed could stay on the sidelines at that next meeting in December, leaving interest rates at 3.7 to 4%.
Strong earnings reports from NVIDIA and Walmart are also in the mix. CBS Money Watch correspondent Kelly O'Grady.
The takeaway from those earnings are people are still spending, but I thought what was most interesting is they said that they've gathered consumers across income levels. So what does that tell you? Higher income consumers are actually trading down to Walmart. Even they are looking for deals in this time of uncertainty.
President Trump says he signed the Epstein Files bill that passed Congress. Now, CBS's Ed O'Keefe says attention shifts to the Justice Department.
There's a loophole in the new law that says the Attorney General can withhold information, at least temporarily, should it be part of an ongoing investigation into all things Epstein. And there is now another one underway. She confirmed that after the president called on DOJ to launch one last week, they are now looking into more information regarding Epstein, people who knew him. The president specifically said go after Democratic Party officials.
Overseas, CBS's Ramy Inocencio reports top Americans are in Ukraine amid word of a new U.S. peace proposal that includes provisions Ukraine has rejected before.
This U.S. delegation is made of top American military commanders straight from the Pentagon, and this includes Army Secretary Dan Driscoll. He is the highest-ranking military official to visit Ukraine in President Trump's second term.
A new mutated strain of the flu virus is said to be spreading in many parts of the world, causing more severe illness. CBS's Dr. John LaPook says getting a flu shot is essential this time of year.
It's flu season, and people need to take it very seriously. Last year, there were 280 pediatric deaths, and 90% of those children who died were unvaccinated.
Verizon says it's laying off over 13,000 employees beginning today. Starbucks Union is expanding its week-old strike against the company to an additional 30 stores in 25 cities. Now outlets in 65 cities affected. Wall Street, right now the Dow is up 530 points. This is CBS News.
Think O'Reilly Auto Parts for all your car care needs. Get the parts and service you need fast from the professional parts people at O'Reilly Auto Parts.
Just how good is Pure Talk's current deal for unlimited wireless? Well, you might say it's the deal of your lifetime. Because right now, for just $29.95 a month, Pure Talk is offering unlimited talk, text, and data for life. Not your phone's life, your life. This is Pure Talk's top-tier plan. It comes with a crazy fast 5G network along with a 30-gig hotspot. And at just $29.95 a month, there has never been a better opportunity to lock in a ridiculously low rate for as long as you live. And save thousands and thousands of dollars along the way. This plan is normally $65 a month, but if you switch today, you will save over 50% every single month for the rest of your life. See what I mean? It really is the deal of your lifetime. Dial pound 250, say Mike Rowe. Offer ends 12/7. Some restrictions apply. Details at puretalk.com.
This is a paid legal ad.
At the law offices of John Day, we take only real cases that make a real difference.
The law offices of John Day took the burden really off of my shoulders.
So if you think you're going to get rich quick with a frivolous case, I'm not the lawyer for you.
I want you to know that I appreciate everything you have done so much. I know you went over and beyond.
If we're not able to help or aren't the right lawyer for you, we'll do the best to point you in the right direction. If you've been injured, call the law offices of John Day for a free consultation.
It's the most magical day of the year, and you can watch it all live. Big G TV is where Christmas comes to life with coverage of the Murfreesboro Parade, Sunday, December 14th at 2 p.m. Brought to you by Kenneth Barrett for Sheriff, Middle Tennessee Electric, Farm Bureau Insurance, and Woodfin Funeral Chapels. See every float, every smile, and the moment Santa arrives on Big G TV. Streaming at wgnsradio.com/parade.
From the Fox Sports Studios in Los Angeles, here's Martin Weiss.
In the NBA, Houston improves to 10-3, beating Cleveland 114-104. Alperen Sengun led the Rockets with 28 points, 11 rebounds, and 7 assists. The Warriors fall to the Heat 110-96. Golden State resting Draymond Green to Steph Curry. The Nuggets beat the Pelicans 125-118. Nikola Jokic with a 28-point, 11 rebound, and 12 assist triple-double. Derek Queen had 30 points and 9 rebounds. Pelicans, 2 wins on the year. Opposite of that, Thunder improved to 15-1, remaining undefeated at home. They beat the Kings 113-99. Reigning MVP Shai Gilgeous-Alexander had 33 points. 6 players, including quarterback Baker Mayfield and wide receiver Emeka Egbuka, were limited at a Buccaneers walkthrough practice on Wednesday due to illness. And Eagles center Cam Jurgens missed practice due to concussion protocol. Per Pro Football Talk, the Bills are planning on benching wide receiver Keon Coleman again against the Texans. I'm Martin Weiss.
This is News Radio WGNS Prime Time Sports.
Sponsored by the law offices of John Day. Our expanded office location is on Medical Center Parkway, just across the street from the hospital. If you've been injured, call us for a free consultation at 867-9900.
Well, last night, the Middle Tennessee Blue Raiders fall in Ann Arbor, Michigan to number 7 Michigan by a final score of 86-61. The Blue Raiders came out of the gate firing from the arc, made their first 3 threes in the first 4 minutes, and took a lead of 2 into the first timeout. But after that, a 16-2 run by the Wolverines, and they comfortably cruise to victory last night. Next up for the Middle Tennessee Blue Raiders will be Sunday as they take on Murray State. They're headed to Cabo, I believe it is. Boy, what a tough gig Chip Walters has to follow the Blue Raiders out that way. Coming up tonight on WGNS, it's the Lady Raiders hosting the Tennessee Vols from Knoxville. So that'll be from the Glass House tonight, 6 o'clock airtime. And Joe Fisher will have the play-by-play story for us beginning at 6:30, 6 o'clock pregame. That's right after Primetime Sports presented by Ideas Tees. That conversation begins at 5 o'clock this evening, and John Dinkins is going to be filling in for Clark Blair and be joined by Rod Edwards and Danny Brewer to get you ready for the weekend that is coming up in high school football. Some basketball talk, I'm sure, in there as well, as the Blackman Blaze take on Maryville tomorrow night on WGNS. Reports from Oakland Green Hill and also from USJ at PCA. So we've got 3 Rutherford County teams playing in the state's Final 8. 2 of them in one classification in 6A. Saturday morning, it's the Prentice Allsup Heating and Air Coaches Corner at 9 o'clock. We'll have Blackman up first, and about 9:30 or so, we'll welcome in the Oakland Patriots and talk about the game, of course, from Friday night, and hopefully looking ahead for both of those teams to playing each other in the state's semifinals. We'll check that out for you Saturday morning. MTCS Cougar Corner will be on the air at 10, a special 10 o'clock, and we'll be talking with both the girls and boys basketball coaches on Saturday. And that'll be here on WGNS. Just a brief who are they, kind of conversation, get to know the coach because both girls and boys teams are under new direction. So that's what we have for you then on Saturday afternoon at 12:30. It's the last home game for the Blue Raiders as they host Sam Houston State. So a lot coming up in sports, as you can hear, obviously, right there. Be sure to go to wgnssports.com. We've got a complete look at the schedule of games, shows. If it's MTSU or local high school sports, we've got you covered on our website. And again, that is wgnssports.com. Here's Josh Copley.
Access Tennessee Sports. I'm Josh Copley. Last night, the always fierce Battle of the Boulevard took place between Belmont and Lipscomb. The men and women would both compete against one another. The Belmont men were victorious over the Lipscomb men by a final score of 75-68. The Bruins win was due in large part to a 12-0 run they went on to start the second half. Tyler Lundblade and Nick McLean were the game's highest scorers with 18 points. The Belmont women also took home a victory over the Lipscomb women 80-60. This game was a bit more decisive with Belmont in control for most of the game, although Lipscomb did have a flurry in the third quarter. Emily LaChapelle and Jalen Banks would be the leading scorers for Belmont with 14 points each. Molly Hurd of Lipscomb would be the game's leading scorer with 15 despite the loss. Tennessee Volunteer pitching coach Frank Anderson announced that he will be leaving the program to join Tony Vitello in San Francisco. To fill the void, Director of Pitching Performance Josh Reynolds will be stepping up to accept the role. I'm Josh Copley with Access Tennessee Sports.
Access Tennessee News, I'm Carlin Cochran. Tennessee's congressional delegation says McGee Tyson Air National Guard Base in Blount County has been chosen to host 8 new KC-46 tanker aircraft. The KC-46 Pegasus replaces the aging KC-135 fleet and offers greater refueling, cargo, and medical evacuation capabilities. The 134th Air Refueling Wings commander calls the decision transformational, saying it will expand the unit's global mission for decades to come. After the federal government reopened, new work requirements for SNAP food assistance are taking effect. Adults ages 18 to 65 who don't have disabilities, don't live with children under 14, and don't work or train at least 20 hours a week could lose their benefits. Advocates warn the rule will force many Tennesseans to skip meals, including older teens and some seniors. The changes were signed into law by President Trump and could limit benefits to just 3 months over 3 years unless recipients meet the new work or training standards.
Are you looking to buy or sell real estate? I'm Betsy Maples with Maples Realty and Auction, and we've been selling property in Middle Tennessee since 1969. Whether it be traditional listings, sales, or auctions, let us visit your property and help you decide what method is best for your situation. Call Maples Realty and Auction today, because it's our people that's the difference.
Maples Realty and Auction.
Sold Maples Realty and Auction.
The Tennessee Historical Commission is now accepting applications for its annual Historic Preservation Awards open through December 31st. The awards recognize efforts ranging from restoration projects to publications and educational programs. Winners are celebrated each May. More information and applications are available through the Tennessee Historical Commission. Carlin Cochran, Access Tennessee News.
Whether it's a cough, a fever, or something you can't quite name, MMC Now makes care easy. Walk right in, get seen quickly, and your visit connects directly to your MMC doctor. Care you trust, with providers you know, with digital check-in and multiple locations around town. MMC Now is here when you need us.
Murfreesboro Medical Clinic.
This is MTSU President Sidney McPhee. You're listening to WGNS, your local connection to Blue Raider Athletics.
WGNS AM, FM, online. Rutherford Issues with Brian Barrett on FM 101.9 and AM 1450 Murfreesboro, FM 100.5 Smyrna. Listen and watch at wgnsradio.com.
And Rutherford Issues is presented by Middle Tennessee Electric. Get into the holiday spirit in downtown Murfreesboro at the annual tree lighting. It's powered by MTE. It will be Friday, December the 5th at 6 o'clock. So they'll have caroling. You can visit with Santa, the magic of the tree lighting, of course. The new tree is up. It's I don't know how tall it is, but it's a huge artificial tree. Our natural tree, I guess, if you want to call it that, was diseased and had to be taken down. So this was a way to quickly render that not a problem for the tree lighting, but it's all going to happen in terms of the lighting on December the 5th. And that is a big weekend. We've got other things going on as well. From the Middle Tennessee Choral Society, the director, Angela Tipps, joins us this morning. How are you?
I'm great. It's cold in here, Brian.
Yeah, I
we
know.
hang meat in here.
Yeah, I've heard others say that before.
But I'm doing fine.
It's right there over in that corner.
Okay.
So,
All
yeah.
right. Yeah.
Blowing it right in front
That's
of that
okay.
equipment.
I'm hardy. I can take it.
So, Middle Tennessee Choral Society is getting geared up for a big next few weeks, apparently.
We do have a couple of events back to back. I was here Monday on Scott's program talking about the Messiah sing-along. That's the Sunday, November 30th. That's the Sunday of Thanksgiving weekend. Hope everybody can come buy a ticket and come bring your music and sing along. We're just going to throw it open and see who wants to come sing Messiah for us. And there's information about it on our website. We can talk about that later. But then the next week, right after the tree lighting, 48 hours after that, I can't believe it's here already.
I know.
On Sunday evening, December 7th, is our annual holiday concert. And we've got about 85 people singing and a big brass section and organ and percussion doing a piece called Gloria by John Rutter, who's an English composer. We've done a lot of his music in the past, and it's just a really wonderful 15-minute work. And then we're going to have some carols that are arranged by Bob Chilcott, another Englishman, and they both coincidentally have birthdays. John Rutter turned 80 this year, and Bob Chilcott turned 70, so it's a birthday, not just baby Jesus, but John Rutter and Bob Chilcott. Anyway, some those carols are accompanied by piano, our fabulous pianist, Delana Easley, and just good old-fashioned from Jingle Bells to Away in a Manger to We Wish You a Merry Christmas. So it's a really festive, and that one's free. Sunday, June. Good night. December, wishful thinking. December 7th at 7 o'clock.
It'd be nice if, well, I don't know. It might be nice if Christmas was in June, but...
Something about that is wrong. Although it feels like it's June out there. It's 71 degrees today.
It's crazy.
It is crazy.
Well, it's Tennessee. Who knows on December 7th?
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Could be 12 degrees.
Absolutely.
So all of this is taking place, the two events at Hinton Hall?
Yes, at MTSU in the Wright Music Building. And there's parking right there. Both of those events, I don't think there's anything going on that day, so it should be really easy to park right out on Falconberry, right where the baseball lot is, and just walk right in.
So talk to us a little bit about how there's a lot of MTSU flair with the Middle Tennessee Choral Society,
Yes.
but they're really kind of separate entities.
They are separate entities. You know, the Choral Society was started in 1969, way back with probably T. Earl Hinton, who started a community chorus. It's gone through a couple of different directors, Dr. Sandra Willits and Dr. Bundage, who was conducting it for 37 years. And about 4 years ago, he retired from that, and I took that on. So it's always had a connection with the director being someone on faculty at MTSU. And we do rehearse at MTSU in the choir room there. And they are kind enough to let us have our concerts at Hinton Hall.
Mhm.
But we're really kind of two different things, two different entities. For the Messiah Sing-Along, we're co-sponsoring it, though.
Nice.
They've been nice to let us have some shared wealth. All of the ticket revenue goes to paying the orchestra members, so we're not nobody's really making any money.
Right.
We're hoping to sell enough tickets to pay the violins to come and play and the trumpet to come go ba-da-da-da-da on Hallelujah Chorus.
Yeah,
you know?
of course.
Yeah.
Got to have that.
You got to
right?
have that.
So the choral society, who makes up the
Oh gosh,
choral
we have
society?
all kinds of different walks of life. We have folks who have just sung in a church or community choir all their lives in their 80s. We have brand new recent graduates of MTSU, folks who've sung in my choirs that want to continue singing even though they're not music majors anymore, and so they're there. We have people who make a living as choir directors in churches or schools. We have folks who just do it as an avocation, like my husband. He comes and sings like he has a choice. I mean, he really doesn't have a choice to come. But all kinds of walks of life. Just folks who love choral singing and want to come together on Tuesday nights and do a Christmas concert. And we have a spring concert as well.
Yeah. Well, I guess it helps to have someone like you who know so many in that community or have taught so many in that community.
I've been around a while. Is that what you're saying?
Well,
I have.
maybe.
I've been around a while. This is my 28th year at MTSU. And of course, I grew up here. I'm a native of Murfreesboro and got lots of family here. So, I do know people, and they're happy they want to come sing, and I don't mind asking them, hey, come sing with me.
That's something about those who are musically inclined. Usually any opportunity to sing, they'll do it.
Correct. Yeah.
It's just kind of in the blood. Isn't it?
Well, even my kids, I was at St. Paul's Episcopal for a long time, over 20 years, and I'm no longer there because I wanted to have one job instead of two. And so my kids are going, Mom, what are we going to do for Christmas Eve? Because they've always just kind of sung the services at Christmas Eve. What do normal people do on Christmas Eve? So even they are looking for places to use their skills, their talent.
Well, I know that the fact that this event has been going on, Christmas has been a pretty consistent, I think, event for the Choral Society.
Absolutely. And for many, many years, they did Messiah with Dr. Bundage. Everybody just kind of looked towards that, and he did it for years. And so when he retired from that and was still at MTSU, he continued to do Messiah with the MTSU choir. And I thought, nobody needs to do that while Raphael's there, because that's just an important piece for him. So when he retired, we thought, well, this is a way to honor that tradition, to keep Messiah being sung at MTSU in the month of December, November, and put a little different spin on it, to have everybody come and sing who wants to.
Yeah. So that's November 30th.
That's November 30th. That's Thanksgiving Sunday.
Now, when you say Messiah sing along, so educate those of us who are not musically inclined.
Yes. So if the Messiah is in 3 sections, and the first section is all the Christmas stuff, all the stuff you hear on the radio in December, Hallelujah Chorus, all that stuff. And a lot of people have sung it through the years. So many people actually own their own music to it that they've sung in church choir or high school choir or maybe in college, and they've just purchased it or stolen it from the college that they went to. I never gave it back. I'm not saying who. I would never do that. And they can bring their score along, and we have soloists. We have 4 soloists, Stephen Smith from the university and 3 of our Choral Society soloists, Amanda O'Connor, Kayla Arnold, and Logan Stewart are all going to sing the solo parts, because there's a lot of solos. But there are about 4 or 5 choruses. And so you'll come in and we'll let you borrow a score if you don't have one, or you can bring your own, and we'll have you assigned in soprano section, alto section, tenor and bass. And you sit and when it comes your turn to sing, you just sing. So the chorus is really the audience. It should be a really cool event. Now, if you don't want to sing but you want to hear it, you can come and sing in what we call the balcony. It's not really a balcony. It's just the better seats really up at the front. So I'm going to be on stage with the small orchestra, but I'm not facing with my back to the audience anymore, because the audience is the choir. Does that make sense?
Yes.
So this is a crapshoot. This is really, we don't know if this is going to work or not, but it should be fun that even if you have never sung it before, or if you've sung it every year in December all your life, come and sing with us.
Yeah.
We've got some music we'll provide, or you can bring your own. I belong to a book club of sorts. And one of my book club friends in there said, "Okay, I've got my score. Tell me which parts we're doing. I want to look at it first." People are taking it real seriously.
Well,
it's great. It's great.
And your orchestra, how is that made up?
Well, a couple of faculty members, several faculty members actually, who haven't gone home for the holidays or are coming back and whatever. So we've got several faculty members, friends of mine. Emily Walsh is always going to be my concert master. She's a violinist, graduate of MTSU, went on to get her master's at Kansas, and she just does everything with me. I'll never I have to look to my left, and there's Emily.
Yeah.
So she's been she played with me at St. Paul's for 22 years. She's going to have to come to my house on Christmas Eve and play because we've spent Christmas Eve together for 22 years.
Maybe that's the new tradition.
It might be. It very well might be. And so just friends of mine that I know are capable musicians who can put this together. We're going to meet, the orchestra's going to meet right before before the event just to kind of check tempos and anything that's kind of tricky about it. But we're just going to do it. I mean, there's no warm up. There's no rehearsal. We're just going to come and sing.
It just sounds like
an idiot for doing this, but
appointment singing. I mean,
yes,
it's just
absolutely. Just
like
make this part of your holiday tradition. We hope.
Kind of like folks just coming out and having a sing along or
Absolutely.
whatnot. You know,
absolutely. It's like Christmas carols, but for classical nerds.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah.
And there are tickets being sold
yeah,
to
we
that.
do need to have tickets for that. Usually Choral Society things are free, like the one on December 7th is free. But this one we needed to pay the instrumentalist, and we didn't put that in motion in time to kind of put that in our budget. So anything we get goes to the instrumentalists that are there. So that you can go to the School of Music, MTSU School of Music website, or mtchoralsociety.org. And there's a link that you can get your tickets. Students, MTSU students and faculty and staff are free with the ID. Students get a reduced rate. Adults are $20. We need to sell a couple hundred tickets to get everybody paid for.
Yeah.
We're close to that. We're about, I won't say how much because that... but get your tickets
Get
now
close,
before we're getting close. So we need to get those tickets going. You can buy them at the door, certainly.
Yeah.
But we want to make sure there's, the right music hall only seats so many people.
Yeah,
so
right.
We gotta get that going.
Okay. So that again is at 3:00. It's on a Sunday afternoon, right after Thanksgiving. You've had your turkey and everything, and 3:00 Hinton Hall at MTSU, and then. Maybe before our time gets away, we'll hit this December 7th. That's what, 2 Sundays after that, I think.
It's the next Sunday.
One.
It's 2 weeks back to back.
It sure is.
I really am an idiot. But next year you can say, I told you so.
Well, are you going to... I mean, is this something that we're hoping to continue 2 weeks in a row?
I would love to. I don't know about 2 weeks in a row, but I think the Sunday after Thanksgiving is a great time because a lot of church choirs sort of have that day off if they're rehearsing in the afternoon, and yet it really kind of helps you spiral into the holiday season. Mm-hmm. That's the thing about Choral Society members; they're also church choir directors and members, and so we gotta use that time wisely. There are only so many weeks.
They're probably getting ready for cantatas.
I'm
and
sure
stuff
they
after
are.
that,
We have to. That's why we try to do the first Sunday in December as this is where the Choral Society sings. This is not a sing along, you know. And so we try to get that out of the way, if you were, because usually that second and third Sunday, folks get busy with their churches, and I don't want to coincide with that.
Absolutely. So on December 7th, it's an evening event, so make a night of it.
It is. And again, we really do try to do afternoon concerts because we know a lot of folks don't drive at night, and we've got church commitments as well. But this is really heavy on brass. We have about 7 brass members, trumpets, trombones, bass, trombone, tuba. And the really good ones are used at Sewanee for their lessons and carols. So we got to wait for them to get back to the borough. So that's why it's at 7:00. Just truth be told, that's why it's at 7:00. But it's an evening concert, but that's free. You just come on in. Should be at less than an hour. You'll be out by 8:00, home by 8:30, ready to put your feet up and get ready for Monday morning.
There you go.
Yeah.
So, and you said a magic word in there, the word free.
Free.
So that's
free,
nice.
free. Yes.
Always looking for something to do around the holiday time and enjoy some great music. That's obviously a great opportunity for you.
It is, and it's very family friendly as well. Yes, the first piece is in Latin, but we'll have the text there for you. The kids will enjoy it. There's timpani and there's all kinds of percussion and brass and organ, so it'll be enjoyable. And then the second half is familiar things, including the audience gets to sing along on Away in a Manger. So lots of very familiar second half pieces that are a little more low key.
You're doing a lot of audience participation.
I know. Well, I love it. I mean, my daddy made a living for years going out to rural schools and having choruses, teaching kids to sing. And I feel like I'm just sort of incarnated in that, that this is that tradition keeping on going, because I really do want everybody to have a chance to sing if they want.
Sure. And it's the universal language.
It is, absolutely. Everybody knows Jingle Bells and,
Well, don't forget all of the things that we talked about today. There are we'll put links in the podcast section to that and all the dates, and it's mtchoralsociety.org.
Yes.
Online. Angela, thanks for coming in today.
Thank you, Brian. I really appreciate you having me here.
Absolutely. And don't forget, if you missed part of the conversation, we'll have it up here in a matter of minutes at wgnsradio.com under the Rutherford Issues podcast. Have a good day, everybody.
It's now time to take a look at today's death notices.
Subscribe to Big G TV, local content that matters to Rutherford County.